classified as a second offender. Offenses: manslaughter, obscenity, 2 counts. Sentencing date is February 27, 2007 and October 26, 2020. Sentenced to 20 years DOC. Parole date is October 26, 2020. Good time is not eligible. Full term is May 27, 2024. Is this information correct, sir? Mr. Hard?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wise?
You're muted, Mr. Wise.
I see where you had lost 270 days of good time. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
What was the reason for that?
I had caught an aggravated sex offender charge, a Rule 21.
Okay, when was that?
It was last year, around March.
March of last year, an aggravated sex offense,
Yes, sir.
Rule 21. All right. See, you know, the board has a practice anytime, but you've been over a year, but I just want you to know on your disciplinary write-up, but it all still comes in factor in the decision that we make. You've been at at St. Tammany on 3/11/19, and John, you got sentenced on this on 10/26/2020 on the obscenity. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
2 counts?
Yes, sir.
Okay. During your time in incarceration, what about the program? Have you taken many programs?
Yes, sir. I had took disciplinary. I had took the pre-release and reentry and anger management and thinking for a change, sir. I had got my good
Okay.
time.
All right. I don't have any other questions. Ms. Jackson.
Good morning, Mr. Art. How are you?
I'm blessed. Good morning.
Okay. Mr. Art, I'm concerned about the 2 obscenity incidents that took place at the prison. Can you explain to me why you chose to conduct yourself in that fashion?
I had made a mistake.
I understand that, but my question is, you knew that you shouldn't be masturbating in front of staff at the prison, and one happened to be a nurse. So
Yeah.
I want to know why. I know it was wrong, or it was a mistake, but why would you do that?
I was just going through something at the time, but I had, apologized. I was sorry, and it wouldn't happen again.
Okay, but it happened twice on 2 separate occasions, 2 separate dates.
Yes, ma'am.
And so my concern is, in your own words, you were going through something. So
Yes,
if your response to going through something is to act inappropriately, that would make me think that thinking for a change hasn't done much to change your thinking.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, this was a very impulsive crime that you committed over a parking spot.
Yes, ma'am.
So that tends to show me that you have poor anger management, poor anger impulse control, and then you get frustrated in the jail and you respond to that by, committing 2 obscenity offenses.
It won't happen again.
All right, Mr. R, thank you, but that's all I have.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. O'Shea?
Mr. Chairman, I have no questions.
Okay. So if y'all would just have your hand raised if you want to speak. Mel. But at this time, no other questions. Anything you'd like to say to the board before we vote?
I'd like to say, I just been down a long time. It's been a long 17 years and 1 month for me, you know, and like, I want to be home with my family, you know. I got a son out there. He about to be 18 years old. He growing up without me. And my family, you know, my mom, my dad, they need me out there. They getting old, and my people dying on me out there. It's like a heavy load upon me. I'm holding them strong, you know. I just thank God, you know. He keep watching over me. He carry me. He keep on giving me grace and mercy. Keep waking me up every day. You know, each and every day. You know, it's not easy. It's hard in here. You know, I wake up every day. You know, it's a lot that I go through in here. You know. So I just thank God that I'm still breathing. Some people not really here today. I just thank God that, you know, He's still waking me up. You know, and I pray for my victim family. You know, sorry that I committed a crime. You know, but I'm learning to better myself, and I'm trying hard to get back out in society and let my light shine and be a better person. That's all I have to
Okay.
say.
Thank you very much. Thank you. At this time, the board will be voting. This case has been assigned to myself. My name is Jim Wise, and I'm voting to deny your parole. By voting to deny your parole, you received an aggravated sex offense in March of 2020. Also, you need more programs, and I would like to see you complete the 4 phases of sexual offender treatment if you get a chance, and criminal history.
Yes, sir.
At this time, Ms. Jackson.
Likewise, Mr. Ard, I'm going to vote to deny also. I am concerned that as recent as last year, you were involved in criminal activity within the prison that resulted in your being convicted. And so at this time, I will deny, and I will concur with Mr. Wise in that you need to complete a sex offender treatment program before being considered for release.
Mr. Roche.
Mr. Ard, based upon the victim's family is adequately opposed to your early release, law enforcement opposition, the DA's office is strongly opposed, and you have a history of violence and sex offenses. I would agree with my colleagues that you need to complete sex offender treatment before you appear before this panel again. And I would strongly suggest while doing that, you take anger management classes because you need to deal with that problem also.
Yes, sir.
I said my
Okay,
decision
thank you very much.
is denied.
All right, at this time, the board has denied law enforcement opposition, victims opposition, also a DB in 2020 on aggravated work offense in your criminal history. Thank you very much.
Man, I don't know what's more disturbing. Is it this case or is it just Jim Wise's interview style? I mean, it's just, it's so, you know what I realize what it is that he doesn't finish sentences. He goes, I should really write it down so I can do a better imitation, but he says, you lost 365 days of good time. Hey, Warden. Oh, Warden is put your hands up. Anyone here put their hands up? No. Mr. O'Shea, you have anything? It's not your good time. It's you lost it. You got write-ups. I know that was a bad imitation, but it's at this time, my name is Jim Wise, and I'm gonna vote Jim Wise. I'm gonna vote to deny because law enforcement opposition and the DA is opposed, and you know you're gonna have to act up. But yeah, that it's like apparently I don't have information on this case. It's there's nothing there, but it's from what we've gleaned from it. It seems that he took a man's life over arguing about a parking spot, and then you hear about getting these obscenity charges in prison. And here we have the Angola handbook. So, I knew off the bat at 21 is, an aggravated, right? So non-consensual and or consensual sexual act involving an offender on staff, or non-incarcerated persons strictly prohibited by blah, blah, right? It goes through the list. And then I was saying, well, is it A, is it B, or is it C? A is non-consensual, right? Offender on offender, so contact where it's not consensual. And then B is contact such as not limited to intentional touching, either directly through clothing. C, offender on offender. So I wonder if was this considered in A? No, maybe, it just falls under 21. It's not A, B, or C. I'm not sure. But I mean, you heard it right. He's doing it in front of the nurse 2 times, and his answer is just it's scary. There's, as Miss Jackson said, the impulse control thing. That is scary. I don't know if there's any number of programs that can help us out there. And it is scary to think that his full term date is basically in a few months from now, at the time of this recording. This hearing took place in 2022, and he's going to get out in 2024. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. This is the system. He's locked up for basically 20 years for taking a man's life in a parking lot. They're supposed to have his wife speak, but they couldn't get her there. The assistant district attorney didn't show up because why would he? And this, man in the situation he's in is going to get released into the public. And what about this hearing told you that there's going to be a positive outcome? So this is the system at on one hand, maybe it can help you appreciate the inmates that really do their best while they're serving. They put in all the effort. They take the programs. They show up with ready to put their best foot forward versus inmates that don't. But also it shows that, wow, here's a man who took someone's life over a parking lot, got a 20-year sentence, is going to get out, and watch out, Louisiana. I guess that's what I can say. But there you have it. And with that, I'll let you go.